Good morning and welcome everybody. Welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 31st of October, which, as we all know here, is Halloween. Happy Halloween. Mostly to you guys overseas. We celebrate it a little bit in Australia, but it's not a big thing here. But I know in America and other countries it's absolutely huge. People get right into it, don't they? So we've got our little jack-o'-lantern here that Sprocket's looking after. There's Sprocko. And Sophie is there. She had her hair cut the other day. She got completely clipped for summer because she has that grass allergy. She gets very itchy. So we get her clipped in summer. She looks so cute. Hopefully she'll stand up and you'll get to see her today. Welcome anybody new to my channel. Please feel free to comment down below, guys. Hit those like buttons. You know that helps me heaps. Cheers, everyone. I have got my cup of tea this morning. I've already had my coffee. Hey, I've got to show you a few little bits. I've got, you know how I'm making my dark academia little mini house, doll's house. I found a little table at my junk shop here the other day. And so I painted it black. It was just like timber. So I've got a little table to put in my dark academia house. I like to keep you guys up to date with my progress. It's a black room that I'm doing like my lounge room, similar to my lounge room. And I found a Schleck cat. Is it Schleck? They make beautiful animals, and it fits really well into the dark academia house. Can't get him focused. Aren't they cute? They just have the best animals. So I found a little pussy cat that I'm going to put in my house as well. All right, let's get straight into the admin, guys. Without further ado, oh, the latest here is, and I'm sure it's happening where you guys are living. Oh, the garbage truck fires now. This is all starting. Oh, the advice on the news. Don't put your batteries in the garbage because they end up in the garbage truck and ignite. So I'm guessing these could be lithium battery fires because they have to call the fire brigade. They tip the garbage out and then the fire brigade has to come and put it all out. So I'm guessing maybe they're EV scooter batteries. I don't know. EV bikes. I'm not sure. But to be continued, guys. And they're saying do not put batteries in your garbage. So where are you supposed to put them? So that's saying how good it is for the environment, isn't it? All this wonderful renewable like stuff and lithium batteries and all this that, for example, whether they're in the EV cars, etc., may not be such a great idea as we've sort of worked out and been working out for a while on this channel. So that's the latest. Garbage truck fires from lithium batteries. We know there's been heaps of fires in underground car parks of buildings, units, etc., people's houses. So now garbage trucks. The other thing is, the other day on the news, guys, did you see it? You would have. Oh, they showed the Chinese astronauts, yes, heading to the moon, guys. Watch this space. I don't think they're going to be able to compete with India, though. That took the cake. There are visuals of their spaceships did win us over, didn't it? Looked so real. Not. So we've got the Chinese astronauts. They were in their outfits waving and everything. So obviously I'm guessing they're heading off to the perhaps Universal Studios to make a bit of a, well, what would you call it? A bit of a, I'm thinking movie, but I'm thinking a little bit of visual footage to show that they're competing with America to fly to the moon. So watch this space, guys. We're going to have China soon. They're setting their goals to get to the moon. So off to the studio to see what they can come up with to make it look as real as possible. And the other thing I need to mention is just those Spanish floods. Have you guys seen the footage of those Spanish floods? Horrifying. I talked about how there's going to be more water, more rain, more flooding. That's the big thing, not so much the fires. Although New Zealand, I did get fires for you. But I am getting this still continuing of the water. Like, nothing is normal about the amount of water. If you see those floods in Spain, nothing is normal. It's crazy. Just another place hit by flooding and excess amount of water that we do question, don't we, guys? So I hope you're all ready for Halloween. Have fun tonight, trick-or-treating, guys. All right, let's get straight into the reading and we'll see what comes up. Oh, I still got a runny nose. It's still spring here. And you get a lot of hay fever when all the blossoms come out on the trees. Hey, did I tell you guys, just to let you know, I have to mention it. The world's just, my daughter's been getting followed by this creepy guy when she walks Sophie, which is so sad, isn't it? He's been following her. I've managed to see him and my hubby's managed to see him. And yesterday we had an incident. She's pretty smart. I know a lot of you love things like this. She's pretty smart and we talked about it. I told her to always go near where there's lots of people. Anyway, he popped out of nowhere yesterday. Normally he walks his dog, and yesterday he didn't have his dog. He was on his own and he followed her and Sophie. Fortunately, she was just about home and she realised she didn't want him to see where she lived, so she walked the other way. And there's a panel beating shop that we know pretty much most of the people, small country town. And she whizzed in there and she said, do you think you could just I could just hide in here from this guy's following me. And they were so good to her. Anyway, the owners actually know us, this lady, and she ended up ringing my hubby to come and pick her up. And she was so teary and overwhelmed. This guy's been following my daughter on and off for quite a while now. It's really scary. It really is when that's happening. We're trying to sort of play it down for her sake. But why are there so many creepy people around, guys, is the thing I want to know. So now I'm going to start walking with her, with Sophie, and at least then if she's got me there. I've seen him. I've actually caught up with her. She rang me once and I actually went over, and then he went down. Her and I make a joke of it, like that Delphi thing. He went down the hill because we live near a creek and there's these two mounds on the side, and he went down and he hid behind a tree thinking we couldn't see him. Like, he really follows her. I'm sure he probably follows other women as well, but he's just got that really creepy vibe. So we're very, very cautious at the moment. We're sort of umming and ahhing. We might report it to the police because it is a bit of a scary situation. Like she said, my daughter, you just don't know what these people will do. Are they going to rush up on you? Or she was really nervous about it and she was very, very upset. So I thought I'd just share that with you guys. Just, there's a lot of crazies out there. We just seem to be hearing more and more of it, don't we? I mean, we're in a lovely little country town and this crap still goes on. Anyway, enough of that, guys. I'll keep you up to date, but she's no longer allowed to walk on her own, which is so sad that these people cause you to lose your freedom, don't they? Like in a different way. Sadly, they make you uncomfortable. But the people were really good at the panel beating shop. They just took her under their wing, took her into the office and the dog, and rang my hubby straight away and got him to come. But it's just, luckily we had a plan, and my daughter and I both done karate. We're both green belts. But still, when you're going, it's just so frightening, especially for a 15-year-old girl. Anyway, I just wanted to share that and probably get it off my chest, guys, because these things aren't easy to deal with. Why are we having to deal with these creeps these days? I just don't get it. Anyway, let's get on with the reading. Sorry, guys, just had to have a rant. Okay. I keep still getting Europe's rising. There's waves of awakening. We keep saying that in Europe. It's happening, guys. Europe will stand. UK will continue to stand. That whole Tommy Robinson thing is ridiculous. Starmageddon's just digging his own hole, which is good. I'm just getting that UK is going to keep standing and fighting back. You're not going to back down over there, so this is good. You're not going to back down. Okay. And again, it's getting back to that. People want to return to their old life. They want the simplicity of their old life. My hubby and I were talking about it the other night. He had someone in at work the other day and they had the Apple Watch on. And he said it bipped while he was having conversation with him. He said it kept bipping, giving him notices. They kept checking their phone. It was like totally distracting them. He said, why would you want that on your wrist? I know some people love those things. I personally don't, because to me, it's just the tracking and tracing. Perfect way to track us. Hear our every word. We know how it goes. But the world's got just too complicated. It's disrupting our lives, isn't it? The smart TVs. At the moment, we've got the NBN cables being put down here. They're laying all the cables and it's interrupting all the Wi-Fi. So you'll be doing something on your iPad and then it just shuts off. And my daughter and I get very frustrated. Like, all this stuff's supposed to be improving everything, but all it is causing us more frustration and stress, I would say. So yeah, I'm just getting that. The world's getting too complicated, isn't it, guys? People, and this is what I'm getting, people want to go back to their easy lives. You think back when we could just turn a TV on. Like, there was a lady on Current Affair last night, this older lady, and she had been ringing the NBN to come and put her Wi-Fi on or whatever it was, because she couldn't even watch her TV. Like, you get a new TV and you put it on and you can't even watch it because there's no this, there's no that, there's no... Oh my God. We know how it goes. Once upon a time, you could just put your TV on, turn it on, and it just come on because it had the old rabbit ears antenna. And now it's just, everything's so complicated, isn't it? You've got to load up all... Sorry, guys. You've got to load up all the channels. I don't know how old people... Sorry, guys. I don't know how old people are navigating this crazy world of ours. It's mental. Everything is overcomplicated. And we didn't even have them when we didn't even have mobile phones. Sorry, guys. We didn't even have mobile phones. And life was so easy. We would have a conversation. We'd pick up our phone and ring someone on the landline because we didn't have Facebook to do, you know, silly comments and show our perfect lives. So people are wishing they could go back to their simple lives. They are. Not us on this channel. We've already tried. Well, not tried. We actually did go back to our fairly simple lives by getting out in nature, doing the things that make us happy, living a very simple life. Now a lot of people who are waking up, for example, UK, Europe to follow, they're starting to realise they just want their simple life. Life's too complicated. All this tap and go on everything, the e-cards, this, that, the Opal card, for example, in Sydney, that you can tap on every single thing to get where you want to go. It's completely crazy. I know you're all experiencing this. Sorry, guys. Hay fever. It's just insanity. It's too much. It's clouding people's vision, and they're feeling, oh, it's that dark cloud and dark energy that's just weighing people down again. All right, let's keep going. Get New Zealand. New Zealand's waking up to all the nonsense, garbage, BS and lies. You guys have been waking up for a while. I watched a video the other day, guys. Actually, I'll share it to my Facebook page with Jabsinda. With William and Jabsinda, and when he was making her a dame, and they showed a lot of footage from her during the CV event. Oh, I couldn't stop from laughing, guys. There's all these little snippets. I'll post it to my Facebook page because you will have a laugh watching it. God, that was a ridiculous time listening to her, because they were talking about the two-tier society, and it reminded me of the UK actually, and like she was saying, that's exactly what it is. There'll be privileges for the jabbed, and the unjabbed won't have any privileges. They'll just live no life and be stuck in their houses. She virtually admitted it. It was mental, wasn't it, guys? We weren't allowed out in society because we were very dangerous to the community. God. All right. Anyway, getting back to, I'm getting New Zealand. Hang on. Or people waking up. People are waking up a lot over there. I'm getting particularly the farmers. We know they're coming after the renewables. They're wanting to do the clean energy, climate change bullshit that they keep doing. You see, Chris Luxon, like I say, he's not perfect, but he's got to still do some of the things, because now he's a VIP on the world stage, so he has to implement and make, well, and let the rest of the world know that he's making a big difference. So I am getting that New Zealand's awakening and coming together. You may have fightbacks, you may get strikes. Strikes could be around wages, but also I'm feeling renewables. The renewable energy stuff isn't sitting well with people. It could be where he wants to put the wind farms, this sort of thing where they just dump it on people's beautiful landscape and it becomes a big eyesore. And this is the kind of thing I'm getting for New Zealand. I'm getting fightbacks in New Zealand. That's what I'm getting. All right. And I'm getting, of course, people are really financially hurting in the hip pocket in New Zealand. Finances are still terrible in New Zealand, all right? Because the economy's been a disaster since Jacinda was in. So this Chris Luxon's really trying to rebuild, like I say, will sort of refinance the whole structural system by improving the cost of living, which is not, you think about it, wouldn't be easy to do. To recoup all that money that's been spent in the past 4 years, for example, and to recoup that and rebuild the systems, it's not easy, but he is working on it, guys. But it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. So finance is still a big issue in New Zealand. Getting Birmingham. I always call it Birmingham. Is it Birmingham? I get it wrong. I've had it before. There's something going on this is in the UK, with Starmageddon and Birmingham. I think some of you live near there. Birmingham. Could even be the start of like the 15-minute cities, 20-minute neighbourhoods. Could be something like that they're trying to implement. Let us know if anyone's living near there. I am getting that Birmingham. Because you've got to remember, Starmageddon's still got his goals to reach. He's still got to try and roll things out and tick off his little list of projects he's got to, bring to fruition while he's in term. So I am getting Birmingham for some reason. There's something going on there. But I'm getting people are very reluctant. They're cautious. They're becoming aware now. They're seeing through things. The veils have lifted. So when things are being implemented, people are starting to see the bigger picture of what's really going on. You know, it's not just about, let's put a few cameras in. For example, Eulers tracking and tracing. Let's put a few cameras in and this will just help, support all the terrible crime and we can solve things and this kind of thing. People are seeing the bigger picture now that maybe this isn't just about crime. Maybe this is about far more than crime. Maybe this is about taking control of us and creating more lockdown situations, because this is the kind of stuff Starmageddon's coming out with. So I am getting Birmingham for some reason. All right. Getting Hawaii again. We're back there again. The Maui event was just, what's going on in Maui? We need to do a bit of research, guys. And I'm getting that Hawaiians feel like they're being taken over by, I think it's pretty commercial in Hawaii anyway, but I feel like you're really being corporatized now. There's a lot of big corporate coming into Hawaii. It's becoming big industry. Small business. I really feel like small businesses in Hawaii that have been there for years and years, all that just great fun stuff that you think of Hawaii, you think of Lay's and you think of just all that authentic like coconuts and all this kind of stuff. I'm just getting like small businesses being shut down and it's becoming, I feel like, very, very, I'm sure it was, but it's getting more commercialized. Like everything's just cheaper and nasty. It doesn't have that quality of the authentic Hawaiian people, the making of the, the grass skirts and all that sort of thing. I'm just getting there's this real transition going on in Hawaii. We know, I think, where Maui's headed. We do feel that's become a bit of a more elite corporate kind of island since the big fire that went through and just burnt everything to the ground. But I'm getting that Hawaii's just becoming, corporatized. Small businesses. I'm just getting that for small businesses. How can they? I'm sure Hawaii's pretty expensive. Coffee shops, hospitality, all little businesses, little unique boutiques and all this stuff come to mind are all starting to vanish. The doors are starting to close because they can't afford the rents. They can't afford the stock. And they're not making profits, as we know, because nobody's wages go up. So I'm getting that for Hawaii. There's a lot of closures going on in small business. It's happening globally, of course, but I feel like Hawaii's getting, things are becoming, we know how it goes with the old Amazon and all this Temu and all this production line crap, online crap. But then you've got the bigger shops, like, for example, the dollar shops and the reject shops and all that just make chatsy crap. You know, there's a purpose for them, of course, because people can afford it. But then when that takes away that character of the place and that, what's kind of the word I'm looking, the authenticity of, say, Hawaii, and like I said, the beautiful shells and little tourist trinkets and all this kind of stuff, all that just gets pushed aside for all this just cheap nonsense and crap is what I'm getting in the shops. So it wipes out small business. Gosh, the world's changing, isn't it, guys? I'll see if there's one more thing, guys. I'm going to pull some cards. Germany's rising. They're not going to stand back. They're not. I just keep getting it, so I just keep mentioning it. Germany's rising. Meaning they just keep having their say. They're not going to tolerate it in Germany. They don't want to go back to the way they used to live their life. They're not going to. That generation of, well, I say youth because everyone's younger than I am, is 25 to 35. They're not going to take it. They're going to stand. All right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting elbow in Australia. Everybody knows he's a lying bastard now, basically. And that indication of Stephen Miles getting kicked out in Queensland, I always say it here, is a great sign that people are waking up and they're starting to fight back. We've got Chrissy Fitzgerald now up there, which is a Liberal Liberal minister, which is awesome. So people are really starting to see in Australia that Elbow isn't doing the right thing by the people. We know he's the biggest liar ever out, like all the rest of them globally. So I am getting that. People just see him as just a taker and probably one of the worst prime ministers we've ever had. That's what I'm getting for Australia. That's how people are starting to feel, which is great because it means people are waking up. Not that they do anything down under. Like I always say to you guys, we're not getting the example marches like the UK, which would be so brilliant. No, none of that going on. See, Elbow's one of these people that does stuff by stealth. He's very sneaky. Like I said, he meets with Xi Ping here and they're China delegates and important people, and they talk about the Tasmanian devil and the pandas at the zoo and all this kind of nonsense, and really they're wheeling and dealing and selling Australia off. Well, Elbow is. So not popular. The veils have lifted and people are really seeing through Elbow's, well, I call it lying by omission is what I call it. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Getting Canadians in China that are over there, you guys are pushing up your sleeves. It's showing me you guys like pushing your sleeves up, getting into the hard yards and the hard work now. I think people in China, realise they're really going to have to put the work in if they're going to get rid of Trudeau. I think we've all worked out now that the arguments between Pierre Poilievre, which we know is brilliant because it keeps the spotlight on Trudeau, but how come nothing ever comes of it? Does it, guys? It's like he's just there to, what is he there for? I mean, how's he ever going to get in? Because we know Trudeau's never going to try and step down because he's full of his own ego and power, etc., etc. But I am getting, you're still going to keep seeing more of the circus show in China between him and his opposition. Hang on a minute. And the people are pushing their sleeves up. They're trying to work out how they can get rid of Trudeau, of course. I keep seeing, though, this freedom movement. When you think about it, looking at the UK and looking at this Tommy Robinson and how he's been thrown in the clink for terrorism, because he did a story on a terrorist, I think, once. Like, what a terrible crime. Like, bringing news to the world. Anyway, it's not easy in China to be the voice of leading these protests. Or, I mean, look at Tamara, for example, in Ottawa. Thrown in the clink, God knows for how long. I'm sure she's out now. But who's going to be that person who's going to take the lead and be strong enough to kind of go through all that? You don't know. They're not tortured in prison, or I think they were putting that Tommy into one of the worst prisons, weren't they, in the UK? So this is the big thing. Fear's still a massive thing in China. So I'm still seeing these freedom groups, but it's how do you go about this? See, they have to they have to look at other avenues like legalities of how do we go about fighting Trudeau. You can't just stand up and fight Trudeau because he doesn't come and communicate. He won't connect to the little people. He won't listen to the little people. We know that he's proven that with the Ottawa protests. So I do feel there's still these lot of challenges in China for people to overcome and fight back. It's not easy in China. It's not. Even no matter how many people there are, who's going to take the reins? Like, who's going to be brave enough to take the reins? Because the minute that they would pick up anything on your socials or your media, etc., straight in the clink because of the bills. No free speech in China. Hate speech. Any dissent against the government. We know how it goes. So this is challenging. But it's still bubbling away under the surface, guys, these freedom movements. They'd have to be growing, wouldn't they? With all the amount of bloody taxes and crap he's bringing in. He certainly knows how to take down the little people, peasants and Lego people in China, doesn't he? And very quickly. Ugh, so frustrating. And that's what I'm getting. The fear is still a big issue in China when it comes to fight backs. Oh, I can't believe how he just stomped on everyone in the Ottawa protests. It was so frustrating because it was just so uplifting and wonderful for the people over there. But the guys are saying it can happen again. It can happen again. But it has to be en masse. It has to be en masse and at the same time. So people are still working on those plans. Don't think that it can't happen still, guys. I try to give you hope. I know it's very hard over there to have hope because you feel like he's really turned a corner and he's really in charge and in control. But remember, it's never over till the fat lady sings. Isn't that the saying? That's the saying. Oh, God, guys, I know it's not easy for you over there in China. Let's pull an affirmations card, guys. Come on, we need some encouragement how to get through all of this. I know Trudeau's a challenge, though, guys. I get it. He is one of the worst dictating tyrants. Oh, Starmageddon's catching up, isn't he, in the UK, though? But, it's just frustrating. It really is. How can we not take all these people down? It's just mind-boggling, isn't it? Speak. Well, there you go. Speak. Every single word you speak is a seed of intention. Choose your words wisely. That's true because it comes with vibrational frequency, doesn't it? I'm going to pull one more unless guides are guiding me to get one more. Speak. Yeah, be careful of your spoken intentions, I guess, is what they're kind of alluding to there. Hang on, what do we got? Ascend. What's the picture? Oh, there we go. We got like the teepee pyramid energy. You have outgrown where you are now. Dream bigger and reach higher. And that's for us. Oh, I'm getting that word ascended masters now. We're becoming ascended masters. We're moving to the next levels now. And this is what I say to you guys. As awakened souls, we're always going to be that little bit ahead of a lot of people who are still waking up. They're following behind us. We're kind of the, we're like the first wave, I suppose, that started awakening. Some of us awakened many, many years ago to bits and pieces, but we're like the ascended masters now. We're getting up, I often say, the guides say we're doing like our master's degree in spirituality. That's what the ascension process is, and that's what the awakening is. You start to really tune into and become more aware of things going on around you without even knowing it. It's like just happens, doesn't it, guys? Queen of the Moon Oracle. It's not easy doing a master's degree. Anyone out there that's done a master's degree, not that I've done a master's degree, but you hear a lot of things about how hard it is, like doing all those, what is it, a thesis and all this kind of very brainiac kind of stuff. It can be very draining doing your spiritual master's degree, as we know. So much to learn, isn't there, in life, lessons, and it's just not easy sometimes. Okay, we've got it. Self-love. Oh, beautiful. Which is the one thing we talk about a lot. We know the love frequency, vibration, nurturing yourself, comforting yourself, looking after yourself. And it's not in a selfish way. It's in a humble way. Self-love is very, very important. And along the way, probably a lot of us lost that about taking care of ourselves. Now we realize that you can't help or take care of others unless you're strong within yourself, because that's the energy and the vibration that helps to prop others up also. Let's pull a universe card. Oh, God. Got them going everywhere. Snoring's not too loud today, which is nice. Very tired today. The dog's a bit cloudy and cold outside, so I've got the jumper on again today, guys. You know how it goes. I'm going to pull two of these. Intensity. Look at the fiery intensity of that card. The colours, just that vibrant. When I think of those colours, I think of just heated energy. Intensity. Maybe the intensity of the awakening. Let's hope so. It is happening. It definitely is. The UK is proving that to us. Oh, good. The four forces, the weak force evolution. I guess what they're saying there is it's inevitable that people wake up. It's just a process, isn't it? I keep saying that to my hubby, actually. Like these big marches that happen in the UK, like they're massive. Nothing on mainstream media here at all. Nothing. You guys know that because you're getting nothing as well. Probably even in the UK, it was probably briefly touched on, and they probably only showed 10 people at the protests, and then you would have been labelled as troublemakers who were having dissent against government and all this stuff. They label us with all these conspiracy theory crap and everything, but nothing on the news at all. But like I said to my hubby, and he said too, people won't stand up and fight until it happens to them. Like in Australia, it'll happen down here for sure. And people won't do it until it's really affecting them. So they won't care about what's happening in UK unless they got a Starmageddon, and then that would change everything. But see, we have got one. We've got Elbow, who does everything by stealth, and he's sneaky and he's a liar. So it's the same thing. Another WEF puppet. Oh, it's so sickening, isn't it? All right, let me see if there's anything else to close off with today. I'm just getting this song by Midnight Oil. Hang on. Oh, I'm getting Beds Are Burning. Beds Are Burning, and I guess that's to do with the heat. That's a great song. Go check it out. Midnight Oil. How can we help when our beds are burning? The time has come. Oh, it's actually about giving Indigenous land back, which is kind of interesting with Elbow, because we know that's what he's doing with everything. He's changing all the names, changed Ayers Rock to Uluru, changed Fraser Island to Ngari. He's changing all the names back to give the Aborigines their land back, the Indigenous, and we know where that's all headed, so all the mining and everything can get done with all the corporate overseas companies. But Elbow's not telling anybody all of this. It's all very underhanded. So I'm getting that Beds Are Burning, which is about giving the land back to the Indigenous. It's by Midnight Oil, the Aussie band Midnight Oil. Most of you know them. Great song. I actually really love that song. Go check it out. All right, hang on. Very political band, Midnight Oil. They were around in the 80s, and they just sang the best songs. Lots of meaning in their songs. Hang on, they're giving me some more. And now I'm getting the song by Midnight Oil, Armistice Day. Brilliant song. It's about people fighting. We're watching people fighting. We're watching people dying. Armistice Day, which we know is about World War. People fighting for freedom. People fighting for their rights. I'm getting that song as well. And of course, I'm getting this song. I'm going to leave you with this today by Midnight Oil. It's all Midnight Oil today. You know, that's Peter Garrett, the really tall one that dances like a robot. I love Midnight Oil. I really did. I'm getting the song US Forces Give a Nod because you guys are going into your big vote in the America, rather. What am I saying? USA. I'm getting that song for you. US Forces Give a Nod. It's a setback for your country is the words. Go listen to that song by Midnight Oil. You're going to love it. Oh, I love that song. It was around when I was in year 12 at high school and we went on a camp and we used to play Midnight Oil all the time. So it's a really good memory for me. Go check out some of their music. I think it's on, if you play the album, Midnight Oil, 10 to 1 is the album. It's called 10 to 1. It's such a good album. Please go play it. I think all those songs are actually on it. Yeah, they will be. So just look it up on Spotify or whatever you listen to and you'll get those songs. Something else I was going to say. Hang on. Oh, I'm just getting America. Hold on for the big race. You know what was weird, guys? I used to be this really big fan of, what's his name? John Edwards, the psychic medium. And I always remember during the Jibber Jab event, he was really pushing the jibber jabs and it sort of made me feel weird because I thought, you're awake, like, are you one of their puppets? I didn't know what was going on. I'm sure you all know him. And he was on TV this morning here, interviewing him on Halloween, and he was pushing Kamala Harris. And I thought it was just so strange. He seems to be, I don't know, another one of the celebrities that they pull out when they need him. I just found it weird because he's such a spiritually, you would think, awake person. But anyway, just my opinion, guys. All right, so good luck in America with your voting. Get out there and vote, guys, and have your say. Fingers it's a honest vote this time and not corrupt like the last one. So go and listen to that. US Forces Give a Nod. It's a setback for your country. Oh, great song. Go check it out. I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos. Bye from Spock. And bye from Sophie. You going to wag your tail? Sophie's not been herself. She's not even been eating. She's had a bit of an ear infection and I'm still giving her drops, but I think they're still hurting. So she doesn't like being clean. As you know, she likes the dirt. So she's not enjoyed having her clipping in her bath. Have you, Sophie? You going to say hi to everyone? See if I can get her to... No, she won't stand up. She's too tired. She doesn't like being clean. It makes her all depressed. She likes being a grubby. Like I told you guys, it makes her really happy when she's all stinky and dirty. Oh, my God, my dogs, I tell you. All right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a great Halloween, everyone. I hope you get lots of trick-or-treats and lots of yummy goodies in your trick-or-treat bags. Don't forget, guys, like buttons. Please comment. Love hearing from you. And like I said, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Lovely to have you here. We've built a little community of like-minded people. And we let each other know what's really going on in our countries because, as I said before, doesn't seem like mainstream media is really feeding us the true story because there's only really one narrative on mainstream media, as we know, and it ain't the one, it ain't the narrative that we're seeing, is it, guys? All right, I'll say goodbye from Australia. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.